hardworking сестрица Аленушка and her lazy братец Иван. Alenушка would always wake up first in the избушка, start the fire, and read the Bible. Then she would do the laundry, prepare the food, and then she would go about doing her other daily chores. Ivanushka's morning routine looked a little different. He would wake up when he couldn't ignore the crowing of the rooster anymore. Put on a pair of socks, if there were any nearby, eat whatever breakfast Alenушka prepared, and then go back to bed. One morning, after finishing her morning избушка chores, Alenушka came to Ivanushka and said,
Bratец Иванушка, скоро зима. We need to prepare for the cold winter ahead. Come help me pick грибы.
Barely half awake, Ivanushka looked at his sister and said,
Why are you waking me up so early? It's 10 a.m. And why are you thinking about winter? It's July. It's time to enjoy the weather. Let me enjoy my summer.
Alenушka only sighed deeply and went out into the warm July sun.
What is she doing picking грибы so early? Next she'll say I better have my Christmas подарки ready. I've got plenty of time.
As time passed, the sun got hotter outside, and it was soon August. Alenушka came to her brother and told him,
Bratец Иванушка, скоро зима. We need to prepare for the cold winter. Come help me pickle the грибы. Oh, and we also need to make варенье with those berries that were left over.
Huh? Pickle грибы and make варенье? What are you talking about, Alenушka? It's only August. It's still lето. We've got time until winter. We can do all that some other time.
Ivanushka, don't you know what Proverbs 6 verses 9 through 12 says? How long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep? A little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. Poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man.
Yeah, I know that. You tell me that all the time. But I'm not being lazy. I'm just not being paranoid. Мы сделаем это все попозже, but we don't have to do that right now. Do you want to play Luigi? What, did you want to be Mario?
As Alenушka went to pickle mushrooms and make варенье, Ivanushka attended to more urgent things, like practicing his TikTok dance moves. While Ivanushka attended to his important duties, and Alenушka took care of her important tasks, the weather outside turned a bit more cooler than before. Вновь Аленушка появилась пред своим братом.
Ivanushka, скоро зима. We need to prepare for the cold winter ahead. Come help me hunt for bears so we can use their fur to make shubi for the winter. I hear it's going to be really cold this year.
Ну что ты хочешь от меня? Alenушka, I already told you, we still have time. It's literally only September. Why are you so worried about the future? Doesn't it say somewhere in the Bible that God will provide? So stop bothering me with your проблемы and take them somewhere else. It's not good for my skin.
Ivanushka, did you ever read that full chapter in context? Philippians 4 is Paul's final plea to the church in Philippi. He's writing that letter to them from Rome, thanking them for their help. He actually tells them, I have learned to be content in whatever the circumstances. God was providing for Paul, who was shipwrecked numerous times and often felt hungry and cold. He wasn't sitting in a warm house doing skincare and waiting for God to nyanchich and spoon feed him.
Wow, you're such an amazing theologian, Alenушka. But anyways, it's too early to be doing any of that. We've still got time. And anyways, bear hunting is really вредно for the environment. And as an animal rights activist, я не собираюсь этого делать.
Alyonshka let out a deep sigh and left her brother to finish his 13 steps in hair routine. As the days and nights slowly crept by, the leaves on the trees outside turned yellow and orange. Some even began to fall off the trees. Once again, Alyonshka appeared before her brother.
Ivanushka, bratец, please. The leaves outside are turning yellow and the weather is getting colder. Come help me gather wood and chop it so we have something to keep ourselves warm with for the winter.
Ivanushka, you're overreacting again. We're in October, we still have some time. Besides, if I go into the woods, I won't have service. I might lose my 432-day Snapchat streak with Barbara Kasa, Длинная Коса. And I just got my new Air Jordan Vaniky. They're super limited edition, and I wouldn't want to support it. Just check them out.
Ivanushka, are you serious? Never mind all those time-consuming things, but you actually still don't believe that winter's coming soon, even though leaves are falling on the ground? Don't you remember Jesus' parable in Luke 21, verses 29 through 21? He told his disciples, look at the fig tree and all the trees. When they sprout leaves, you can see for yourself and know that summer is near. Even so, when you see these things happening, you know that the kingdom of God is near.
Except when Jesus said that, he was talking about summer. Anyway, Anushka, don't stress yourself. A few leaves falling on the ground, ничего не значит. We've still got time. I can probably pencil you in sometime next week.
Alyonshka only slumped her shoulders and глубоко вздохнула. While Alyonshka went out to look for fallen branches and stems she could carry back to Ivanushka, Ivanushka made sure to polish his Air Jordan Vaniky so they would difference. As even more time passed by, it was soon nearing the end of November. Snow had fallen out, and the groups of izbushki everywhere were covered with sparkling white sheets of frost. On one particular morning in early December, Ivanushka woke up shivering from the cold.
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Какой мороз. Alyonshka, can you please add some firewood to the pechka? I'm freezing.
I would, Ivanushka, but we used up our last firewood last night. And there's so much снег outside that I can't even open the door to see if there are any branches that might be sticking out of the snow.
What? Как так? Looked like there was plenty of wood a few weeks ago. Well, then can you get me another bearskin blanket?
I would, Ivanushka, but you're using the last blanket in izbushka. You see, bear season this year was very bad. It seems like they've all been izmuchili in the summer by some little girl named Masha, I think? So yeah, they went into hibernation early.
Какой ужас. Well, then can you get me something to eat? I'm starving. I could eat anything. Except pickled грибы or varenia. I don't want those.
Don't worry, Ivanushka, I won't serve you any more pickled грибы and varenia.
Слава Богу.
In fact, I won't serve you anything, because we ate our last pickle foods last night as well. We don't have anything left.
What? How did this happen? Where did the time go? Дни прошли так быстро. I can't believe how I've lost track.
Oh, Ivanushka, have you been listening to anything that I will tell you? Don't you know that the Bible compares our lives to paper? How much shorter must single days be in comparison? You know, I think Moses realized how futile our lives are as humans when he was walking the desert with the Israelites. He prays about this to God. He realizes how short our lives are and asks God for wisdom in living our lives wisely. In Psalm 90, verse 12, he says, teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom.
I guess I really wasn't numbering my days. I felt like I had so much time to prepare for winter, I let myself get distracted on meaningless things. The time for preparation truly is numbered. I see that now. Well, I suppose we're just gonna have to do what Paul did. We'll have to learn to be content, whatever the circumstances.
Ivanushka made the mistake that so many of us today make. He failed to understand that his time is limited, thinking that he had much more of it than he really did. So let us all number our days and gain a heart of wisdom to be able to use our limited time in the wisest way we can.